Hello friends, good afternoon all of you, and let's begin for today's class. Okay, so last time we people finished the reading comprehension and we were about to start for that unit number 5, writing practices first. So in that also we people discussed that in our life or at workplace also, you people have to just think that different skills we need to perform as far as language is concerned. Out of that LSRW, maximum time we spent it was in speaking and listening, but it is also required that you people have to write something, and in that written communication it comes that letters and meetings, memos, agendas, notices, emails, etc. So this is part of your written communication that you people have to ensure. And I have also told you that if, when it comes to written communication, which things we people have to ensure. Okay, so which are the things that we have to take care while writing? Do you remember something from last session? काय आपण लक्षात घेतलं पाहिजे रिटर्न स्किलच्या बाबतीमध्ये? Which things we should consider? So I've given you 4 points. Those 4 points, they could be like, first of all, I have told you, if it is in writing, in that case, you people have to pay attention to grammar. Okay, so your grammar needs to be perfect. In oral communication, if you make mistakes, that's okay, but in written, your grammar must be perfect. Then next thing you people have to take care, it can be about spelling. Spelling of words, many of the times we are not able to write the correct spelling of words, and in your written, suppose that you wrote one page or a paragraph, in that there are a number of spelling mistakes that will create a negative impression and it will not have impact. So therefore you have to avoid this spelling mistakes. Then I have told you about punctuation marks. Okay, punctuation marks are also equally important, that without punctuation marks your writing will not have any meaning. So you just try to learn when and how to use full stop, comma, colon, semicolon, question mark, etc. And additionally, I have told you your handwriting. Okay, so handwriting must be good, it must be legible, at least it should be able to read. Other person should be able to read it and understand it. And if it is maybe if you're using computer or laptop, in that you should know formatting. Okay, formatting in the sense you should know some settings of words, font size, then page and bottom, etc., margin, etc., line spacing. So all those things you should know, then only you can make it better. So these 4 things you people have to take care. So let's go for this with 5.1, that is related to business letters. Okay, so business letters, I have told you how and when we people need to write business letters. When you people will start working somewhere, so that time you people are expected to just go through this kind of letters. So I think that we have done this or not done. Finished? Not finished. Okay, so let's try to understand what is business. First of all, business is the exchange of products and services on the basis of money. So can you give me examples of some businesses that based on some products and services? Next slide is not visible. Okay. So which products and services we people are using? How you can relate yourself with business? As far as we people are using, pen is there, pencil we go and buy. Okay, bag is there, laptop, mobile, so many things that we people use. So what are all these things? These all things are products. Okay, these all things are products. And what do we pay them? We pay them money. So from that way we people are just again part of this business. So business is the exchange of products and services on the basis of money, and there are two parties. So which these two parties? One is supplier, one is provider, or it can be customer and consumer. So like this way we people are part of this business. So these two parties write letters to one another with specific purposes. So which two parties? One is supplier. So we people just mentioned that one is supplier and another one is consumer. So when there is some exchange, supplier is trying to supply something and customer wants to get something. So customer, suppose that he is ordering, let's say 5 laptops, or he wanted to order some furniture, or there is number of requirement. It is not only I cannot specify or limit with computers, laptops or furniture, but there are number of things. Suppose that if your company is working, some raw material is required. Okay, so based on that you are going to order raw material for your company. It may be electricity supply, it may be just any other things. There are so many things which are required. So based on that, you people have to do such kind of business with the different parties. So the exchange of those letters is known as business correspondence. So you can just try to understand what is this business correspondence. Business correspondence is nothing but you can call, in Marathi you can call it patra vyavhar. So whenever we people think of these things, so usually if it is individual, तुम्हाला स्वतःला घ्यायचं असेल काय तर that much we do not do. Suppose तुम्हाला एखादा कम्प्युटर घ्यायचा असेल तर we don't do any kind of business correspondence there. We go directly into the shop and we buy. But if you're doing it for your organization, in that case you people have to follow this, and so therefore you people need to learn how these business letters are written and what are the things, or what is this again sequence is there. On next slide you people can see when you people wanted to write these letters, so there is a specific format and you have to follow this. So here you people will get first of all different types of letters. Okay, it says first of all types. So these types, they are based on their hierarchy. So first of all there is inquiry. So in that inquiry, first of all what you are doing, inquiry. So suppose that, again take example of the same, you are going to start a new branch in new city. Let's say it may be in Pune, you are going to start a new office of your company, and for that you need some computers. Okay, so what you people will do, first of all you are going to inquire about these computers. So what will include in inquiry, काय काय येईल इन्क्वायरी मध्ये, काय काय चौकशी कराल तुम्ही, कम्प्युटर्स मागवायचे, क्वालिटी, ओके क्वालिटी ऑफ दॅट कम्प्युटर्स, अजून काय, प्राइस का प्राइस, प्राइस, वॉरंटी, okay, configuration we will call, configuration, RAM, ROM, etc. Again you may just think of, there are a number of specifications that you can consider, that it's time of delivery, how much time it is going to take, 5 days, 10 days, 1 week. So these things you people are going to consider. So what is this, all these things what you are doing here, you are making an inquiry. Okay, you are making an inquiry of these things. Then second is here quotation letter. So what is this quotation? Suppose that you wanted to buy a bike or you wanted to buy a car. So first of all what do, you get a quotation of it. So what is this quotation? Billing price, means exactly how much as per your budget, how much money you are about to pay. Okay, so you'll get an idea that how much and how you are going to pay. So that is exact how much amount you are about to pay for that product. So for example you wanted to buy 5 computers, and for that 5 computers how much amount, exact amount you are going to pay, that you people will get from this quotation. So quotation letter, who will send this quotation letter, supplier or customer? Supplier. Okay. Yes, supplier will send this quotation later. So he will include that these are 5 products, 1 2 3 4 5, and these are the specification, this is the price, and as per that it will be the total of this much. Like this quotation letter you people will get. Then next is order letter. So what is this order letter? Now you got, suppose that you wanted to buy 5 computers and it may be, let's say 50,000 near about, you're about to pay, and now here you're going to place an order. It means that exactly now you are going to buy it, you're going to purchase it. Okay, right now you have done inquiry, you will come to know that much amount you are going to pay, And in inquiry you will come to know that as compared with other showrooms or as compared with other shops, I'm getting better from this particular retailer or maybe from that sender. So I will choose one and accordingly I will go ahead and I will place an order. So when it is coming for order letter, so here you are going to again provide information in a tabular form. It may consist serial number, particulars, then maybe quantity, then its price and total, something like this. So suppose that again take example of computers. So you wanted to order, let's say, one laptops, 5 laptops, price and etc. Monitors, CPU, keyboard and mouse, etc. So that you are going to put it here. So you are going to place an order, and again you are going to just ensure that how you are going to pay for them and all those things. Here you are going to mention everything here in order letter. So next is complaint letter. So when to write complaint letter? कधी लिहायचं? The product खराब आहे, problem आहे. So it is faulty, it is defective, it is not working, dysfunctioning, missing, damaged. In such cases, what you are going to do? You're not going to accept as it is, rather you're going to write a complaint letter. So when you're going to write complaint, you may be just having number of reasons for that. Okay, so there is a logical chain. So what is this logical chain? So are you going to write first of all order letter immediately? No. Are you going to write complaint letter in the beginning? No. First of all, what you are going to do? First of all, you are going to make an inquiry. After inquiry, you are going to ask for quotation to know how much exactly you wanted to pay. At number third, you are going to place an order. And if there is any such a reason like missing, non-functioning or faulty, defective, etc., in that case only you may write or you may not write complaint letter. Okay, so there is a logical chain of these letters in a business. All of the above letters are drafted on the letterheads of the concerned organization. So what is this letterhead? काय असतं letterhead? Letterhead काय असतं? कुणाला माहिती, कुणी बघितलंय काय असतं? So when you are going to draft a letter, कशावरती असणार आहे letter? That will be on a page. मग ते पेज असं ब्लँक पेज असणार आहे का? A4 साइज प्रिंटचं पेज घेतो आपण तसं पेजेस असणार आहे, पेजवरतीच लेटर लिहिणार आहे, पण ते त्या पेजवरती ऑलरेडी इथं काय असतं? काय असतं? हेच लेटर हेड आहे. ओके, दॅट इज लेटर हेड. पण इथं काय येतं? नेम ऑफ द कंपनी असतं. ते कसं असतं? ऑलरेडी प्रिंटेड असतं. त्याखाली त्या कंपनीचा ऍड्रेस असतो, त्यानंतर त्या कंपनीचे काही इतर इन्फॉर्मेशन वगैरे, काही लोगो वगैरे असेल तर तो लोगो वगैरे काय असतो? इथं ऑलरेडी प्रिंटेड असतो. इथं रेफरन्स नंबर येतो, इथं डेट वगैरे येते. ते काय असतं? ऑलरेडी प्रिंटेड असतं. असं आहे का की तुम्हाला हाताने लिहायचं वगैरे असं आहे का? नाहीये. So that is letterhead of the concerned organization or the company that you people have to ensure. So this way you people are going to write a letter. So up to now आतापर्यंत कोणाला काय अडचण आहे का? काय असतं बिझनेस लेटर म्हणजे काय आणि त्याचे कोणकोणते प्रकार आहेत आणि ते कधी लिहिले जातात याबद्दल काय? एन्क्वायरी लेटर, कोटेशन लेटर, ऑर्डर लेटर, कंप्लेंट लेटर बद्दल कोणाला काही कळालं नाही असं आहे का? If no, then let's go to the next. Prajakta, your voice is not audible. I think that you are facing network issue and your voice is not audible. You can send me something in chat box. I will think of it. दुसरं कोण आहे का कोणाला कळत नाही असं काय यातलं? Okay, quotation letter. So let's talk about this quotation letter. So quotation letter in fact is not a quotation, it is the amount that you are about to pay. Quotation म्हणजे एक प्रकारचं असं आहे की एवढे जर तुम्ही हे घेत असाल, एखादं प्रोडक्ट घेत असाल तर त्या प्रोडक्टला तुम्हाला किती किंमत मोजावी लागणार आहे, किती किंमत द्यावी लागणार, अप टू युअर ओन, तुमच्यापर्यंत पोहोचण्यासाठी तो प्रोडक्ट किती वेळ लागू शकतो, हे काय असतं? कोटेशन लेटर असतं. म्हणजे थोडक्यात हे सप्लायर Whose voice is not clear? My voice is not clear or your voice? I think that you are having network issue, and because of that your voice is not, you're not getting my voice. Okay, so just ensure refresh your connection and once again join, so then you will be getting voice clear and you may understand it. Okay, बाकीच्या आवाज येतोय का दुसरे लोक ऑनलाइन?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Fine. So let's go to the next slide here. So a kind of format we people can call it. Okay, it will be a kind of format. Layout, in the sense it is a format. So when you are actually going to draft a letter, how you are going to write? Many of the times, you know, there are number of situations you may face that you people have to write letters. Okay, so in such case you should know how to write, how to begin a particular letter. In fact, writing application also, you people are expected to, as a student you are expected to write applications, not letters in fact. But later on also, many people, they don't know how to write a letter, from where to begin, what to write and how to write. There is a lot of confusion. Okay, so let's try to go through this format or layout that is business letter, and it will be applicable for all types, whatever we people have just thought of, inquiry letter, or it can be order letter, or maybe quotation letter or complaint letter. For all these kinds of letters you can follow this common format for everything. So the parts of a business letter are as follows. First of all, there is sender's address. So who will tell me what is sender's address? काय असतो? लिहिणाऱ्याचा का ज्याला पत्र मिळणार आहे त्याचा ऍड्रेस? Sender's address, in short, from the one who is going to write later. So his address. So where is sender's address? कुठं असणार आहे हा? कुठं लिहायचा? Is it necessary to write sender's address?
No, sir.
Not required. Why? Yes, it is already there on letter pad. मी आता मगाशी तुम्हाला जे सांगितलं ना, या लेटर पॅड वरती ऑलरेडी कुणाचा ऍड्रेस आहे? सेंडरचा ऍड्रेस आहे ना. नेम ऑफ कंपनी, their address, their everything, contact number, email, fax, and everything is provided there. So sender's address you need not to write. It is already there in letterhead. Okay, it is already there in on letterhead. So sender's address must be there, but it is in the form of letterhead. You are not going to write it manually, or you are not going to type it at all. Then second is a date. So you must remember that you are going to write date on your letter. All types of documentation should be with reference to date. If there is no date, it will not have any value. For example, if you wrote a letter and you forgot to mention date over it, in that case nobody will understand when that letter was written, whether it is written today, tomorrow, yesterday, last year, or next year. So it has no value. So don't forget to mention date. So date can be mentioned here. So you'll come to know here is some outward number is mentioned here, and from right hand side corner you'll find that here you people can write date. So while writing date, again you ensure that date can be written in number of ways. So first of all, you might have seen date is usually written like this, but again you can find it can be written like this: 16th of March, and here comma, and then here, or it can be also written as like this: March 16th and then year 2022. Or you might have seen people are writing dates in different ways. It can be like this: 16. Some people use hyphen like this. Okay, or some people only give dot. Okay, so I will recommend here you people can go either this way or that way. So that will be out of these two, you choose one and accordingly you go. And again, remember of the dates of, if you're using computer, format is somewhat different. It is always like this: DD and then Y1, like this. So ensure that you're not having any confusion while mentioning date on the letter. Okay, then let's go to the next point. Point number third is here, that is inside address. So what is this inside address? इनसाइड ऍड्रेस म्हणजे आतला पत्ता. कोणाचा पत्ता हा असेल? To. So here what you are going to mention, the person whom you are going to write later, his address will appear here in this inside address. Okay. Also ensure while writing this, you're going to mention, if you know the name, that's fine. If you don't know the name, you people need to mention designation of that person, then name of the company of that person, then address of his company, and that all these things you have to mention with pin code, including with pin code. You are going to mention all those things here in this inside address. Okay. Then next is attention line. What is this attention line? Main point.
Subject.
It is subject. Okay. Attention line is nothing but subject. So why to write subject? काय लिहायचं subject? प्रॉब्लेम येऊ नये म्हणून. थोडक्यात. So थोडक्यात कळायला पाहिजे लोकांना. सपोज दॅट इफ यू आर एन एम्प्लॉई राईट नाव, यू हॅव प्लेंटी ऑफ टाइम. निवांत आपण सर्व काही फ्रॉम A to Z वाचू शकतो. But when you will become employee, there is not that much time available, and there are number of emails or letters you may get every day. So in such case, what should be? If you're looking at subject, from that only you will decide whether to enter or not in that. Okay. So therefore subject is very important. So you should always mention subject which should be about something. त्याचा विषय थोडक्यात मांडायचा आहे आपल्याला, आणि ते आपल्याला त्या सब्जेक्टच्या माध्यमातून मांडायचा असतो. अँड डोंट मेक इट लेंदी. म्हणजे सब्जेक्ट मध्येच वन पॅराग्राफ लिहायचा नाही. इट शुड बी वन लाइन or one phrase. Okay. So that should be your attention line. Next is salutation. So what is salutation and what do you use salutation? It can be respected sir, respected madam. If you don't know anybody, you can keep slash sir oblique madam. And if you know particular person, it will be sir or it will be madam, something like this. So can you tell me what should be okay? Respected or dear?
Respected.
Respected. And dear, can we use informal?
No, sir. It is in informal.
Okay, so up to now we people have studied that dear is used in informal letters, but here I'd like to tell you dear can be used in formal also. So you people can use dear sir, dear ma'am, that is okay. And maybe if your first time you are going to write someone, it will be better to write respected. But if you know that person and maybe if you're having frequent conversation or communication or letters or emails, in that case you can use dear. And again here you'll find that these days people are not using the words like dear sir or madam, rather than they use your first name. Okay. They prefer to use their first. For example, dear Mahesh. So it can be like this, not sir or ma'am or something like this. So you just take note of this regarding this salutation. The next point, let's go to the sixth one. So this says body of the letter. So what is this body of the letter now? After your salutation, you are going to have main part, main section of your letter. Usually it can be of 3 paragraphs. Okay. So first paragraph you are going to have, or you are going to mention about this attention line. What is this? Later you are going to write about. Second, you are going to mention that in detail, what is this? Okay. And in third paragraph, you are going to close your letter. Maybe if it is inquiry, if it is order, if it is complaint, based on your content, you are going to ask for them. Okay. So minimum 3. It can be more or less also, but this kind of way you people are going to create or develop your body of the letter. The next point is 7 number, that says complementary close. So what is this complementary close? what do we write at the end? What do we write? Yours faithfully, yours sincerely, yours truly. And then what do we mention here? Name, designation. Whose name and whose designation? कुणाचं नाव आणि designation येईल इथं? The person who is writing later, his name and designation, and then signature. So between yours faithfully and that name, you're going to sign this document. Without sign, again, remember, you're not going to send any letter to anybody. So it has to be signed. So this way you people are going to write your letter. And what is this last one? Enclosures. What is this? What is this enclosures? You're finished with signature. You finished your letter. Thank you. So thanking you and all this part of later only. After later. So after sign, it comes at the end. And here suppose that, or enclosures is nothing but attachments. What you're going to attach with this letter? It can be price tag, it can be notice, it can be earlier communication, it can be reference, it can be something else, any offer, any advertisement, it can be any. Okay, so enclosure is nothing but what you are going to attach with this later. So it may include xerox copies, photocopies, documents, anything that may come here in this enclosure. So this way you people are going to write letters to any of the persons depending upon the any of the reasons, the types that we people have discussed. So which type we people have discussed? You just tell me. Types of letters. Last लास्ट हा तुम्ही सांगा तुमच्या बाजू कुठले लेटर्स बघितले? लेटर्स कोणकोणते? कंप्लेंट लेटर आणि फॉर्मल. इकडे इथं येऊन बस, चला पुढे. झोप आली का? नाही, झोप इथं बस, चला. So inquiry letter, order letter, complaint letter, and quotation letter. So these kind of any letters we people can use this format and we people can write it. All right. So that was all about letter writing. We'll see one sample later, but that will be afterwards. Okay. So right now up to that much is here in this business letters. And you'll come to know that writing letters, it is not that much difficult because we are going to stuck to the point here. मुद्द्याला धरूनच आपल्याला लिहायचंय. मी तर तुम्हाला काय एखादं एन्क्वायरी लेटर लिहा, ऑर्डर लेटर लिहा किंवा एखादं कंप्लेंट लेटर लिहा असं असू शकतं. तर मग त्या केसमध्ये यू पीपल आर गोइंग टू यूज दिस फॉर्मॅट अँड यू आर गोइंग टू मेन्शन सम ऑफ द maybe information based on this question. For example, you may be asked that you are going to order computers, or you are going to write complaint later, or maybe you were having questions maybe in your 10th or 12th that you are getting electric supply or water supply with low pressure, so you are going to write complaint letter to the municipality officer. So these kind of questions may come here. कुणाला काय अडचण आहे का याच्यामध्ये फॉर्मॅट मध्ये वगैरे? ऑनलाइन?
नाही सर.
Right. Okay, so here next part is going to come, and that is email communication. So again, this is similar to what we people just discussed, and that was about business letter. So what is email? What is email?
Electronic mail.
that is electronic. Okay, electronic. So why it is electronic mail? If you have seen, or maybe in our olden times, we people used to write letters and we're posting them in the post office, and it used to take times, maybe minimum 2 days, maximum maybe 7 days a week, 15 days also, that were taking time to deliver these letters. So there is a lot of delay that we people have to do. So as technology developed, we people came to know that internet and computer, so these are the innovations of this 21st century, and in that we people are just using this. So with the help of this internet and with the help of this computer, it has become now a quite easier and fastest means of communication. Why it is called fastest means? Because within few seconds, even not 1 minute is also required to send a particular email to someone, and just within fraction of seconds it appears into the inbox of someone else, maybe his or her email ID. So therefore it is fastest means of communication, and it is not just fastest means, it is very much convenient. And again, try to understand, it is free of cost. It is free of cost. There is no any fee that you people are going to get for this writing emails, sending or receiving emails. Is there any fee? No. Whatever the charges that you have to pay, it is for internet, not for email. That is for maybe computer, not for email. So therefore it is free of cost, and it is efficient, it is fastest, and it is again that maximum people can use it. So therefore this is email communication, and it has become part and parcel of our life. As a student, maybe you're not using right now emails for professional purposes. Right now people are using emails for what? कशासाठी वापरता तुम्ही ईमेल आता सध्या? फेसबुकला अकाउंट काढायला, मग प्ले स्टोर वरती अकाउंट काढायला इथंच लागतं. दुसरीकडे कुठं लागतं का ईमेल? कुठं तरी रजिस्ट्रेशन वगैरे करायचं असेल तर मग कॉलेजमध्ये. So you'll come to know its importance. Right now that much you're not using, so professionally you're not using emails right now, but everybody ensure that you have a working email id, because since your registration for maybe CET form and all those process, everywhere your email played an important role. So various kind of verification can be done in all those things. So therefore email is very important. But when you people become an employee of some of the organizations, so at that time maximum communication takes place with the help of email. Maximum communication, 95% communication will take place with the help of email. So therefore we need to be familiar with this new form of communication, that is email communication. So before going ahead, can you tell me what is email मध्ये काय काय येतं, तुम्ही सांगायचं मला. फर्स्ट थिंग काय असायला पाहिजे?
Receiver email.
Okay, receiver mail. What do you mean?
Receiver's email.
Receiver's email. रिसिव्हर्स मेल आयडी पाहिजे तुमच्याकडे, तुम्ही कुणाला पाठवणार ना? सो द पर्सन whom you are going to write mail, his mail ID. Then
Subject of the mail.
to. Okay. Then
Subject of the mail.
subject. It is similar to later. Already it is email, mail again similar to later. So after subject, after subject, it can be again body of your email, like later. So what you people have studied in letter writing, similar points are here in email writing also. And again here is also closing and all those things, but there is one more feature here. So what you can do here with enclosures?
Attachments.
Attachments are here also. So what you can attach to email? Photo, files, folders, Excel sheet, words, PowerPoint presentation, audio, video. You can attach anything, GIF files. So that much you people can do. But you know that many of the times we people do not know many of the features of email, and here maximum people are having account on which site? Gmail. We people know Gmail, but apart from Gmail, which are other email service providers? Gmail से
Yahoo,
वैसे Yahoo,
Redmail,
Rediffmail, Rediffmail, Yahoo. Okay, so at least we should not to think much more about this. Will come here in your notes also. So that is important. But apart from that, when you people went here, and first of all, you should create your own mail ID. First of all, तुमचा स्वतःचा mail ID असायला पाहिजे. It should have your unique address. Unique address means whatever email ID you have, nobody can have your email ID. So therefore, it is unique email ID. You should know your password. Many of the times what happens that you're creating email account, and maybe after 2-3 months you're not opening it, and then password is forgotten. Okay, so that should not happen. So there are again other ways that you can use or recover your forgotten password or mail ID. There is features. But apart from that, when you're going to have your own email ID and you're going to compose email, so that time apart from two, there are other features also. काय काय असतं apart from true नंतर काय काय येतं त्यामध्ये? CC and BCC are also there. काय असतं हे CC?
you can send mail to multiple person at a single time.
But in two also you can send to multiple. That is right. You can send mails to number of people, thousands of people. You can send mail at a time. Okay. So that is another feature of email. But you can include all your email addresses here in two. So why this is in CC, or what is it in BCC? Okay, we'll learn about it. Okay, we'll learn about it. Okay, so one of the most fundamental internet technologies, I just told you people why and how it is has become important. It is fundamental internet technology. Without internet, you cannot send or you cannot receive emails. Tool used by nearly every person with an internet connection. So maximum people these days emails are using. Allows you to at no cost send a letter of unlimited length to one person or many people at once. So here that is important. So how long you can write a letter? Unlimited length. So you can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 pages also you can write, and you can write it to one person or number of people can you send at once. Can attach documents and photos to emails, just like you can include a photo or a document with a letter. Each person on email has a unique email address that we people just discussed. Everybody has email account, and that is unique. So here you'll get the parts of an email. Which parts? First of all, date. Do we need to insert date in email?
Yes, sir.
But manually we need not to write. It is automatic. Timestamp will be there. At what time you sent email, at what time you received email, that will be there. That record will keep internet. You need not to think about date or something like this. Then from, it is by default who? our own mail ID. Okay, that will be to whom you are going to send your email, and that is again who is of primary importance. ज्याला मुख्यत्वे मेल मिळायला पाहिजे त्याचा मेल आयडी 2 मध्ये येणार आहे. देन हिअर सीसी, व्हॉट इज दिस सीसी? कार्बन कॉपी. What is this carbon copy then, and why? CC means carbon copy. Carbon copy, same email. What email you are going to send to the people into, same email will be sent to the people who are in CC. But those people who are associated with this, those people who are related with this, what email I'm going to write, you people can include these people in CC. Okay, it means maybe for example, I'm going to send an email to another department. Okay, दुसऱ्या डिपार्टमेंटच्या एका व्यक्तीला मला मेल लिहायचा आहे. मग त्या व्यक्तीला ईमेल लिहित असताना त्या व्यक्तीचा मेल आयडी मी 2 मध्ये लिहिणार. त्याचबरोबर त्या व्यक्तीचा एचओडी ला पण माहिती झाल्यापैकी असायला पाहिजे की हे कम्युनिकेशन काय झालंय. मग त्या व्यक्तीच्या एचओडीचा मेल मी कुठे टाकणार आहे, इथं सीसी मध्ये टाकणार. म्हणजे हे कम्युनिकेशन 2 ला पण होतं आणि सीसी ला पण होतं, आणि या सीसी ला दोघांना तिघांना माहिती होतं की मेल कुणी पाठवला, कोणाला पाठवलाय, हे सगळ्या गोष्टी. सीसी मध्ये सुद्धा यू कॅन इन्क्लूड नंबर ऑफ पीपल हिअर. इथं सुद्धा तुम्हाला नंबर ऑफ पीपल ऍड करू शकता. देन नेक्स्ट वी पीपल हॅव BCC. Then what is this BCC?
Blind carbon copy.
Black carbon copy.
Blind carbon copy.
It is blind carbon copy. So what is this and when to use this now? कधी वापरायची मग blind carbon copy? So again try to understand BCC also same email. जो मेल 2 ला जाणार आहे, CC ला जाणार आहे, BCC ला पण तोच जाणार आहे. So मेल इज सेम. पण BCC कधी आणि का? So from blind you can try to understand. So the person whom I'm going to send, for example, here I'm sending person A, here I'm putting person B, and in BCC, if I put person C, you'll come to know that mail will go to 3 persons. तिघांनाही मेल जाणार आहे, आणि या केस मध्ये A ला माहितीये की हा मेल B ला सुद्धा गेलाय, B ला माहितीये हा मेल A ला सुद्धा गेलाय, आणि हे फॉर्म समजा इथं मी आहे तर याला सुद्धा माहितीये. सो that person, sending person knows की कोणा कोणाला मेल गेलेला आहे. बट सपोज दॅट आय हॅव ऑल्सो पुट समवन इन सीसी, तर या केस मध्ये या ए ला कळत नाहीये की हा मेल सी ला गेलेला आहे, किंवा बी ला कळत नाहीये की हा मेल सी ला पण आहे, आणि सी ला कळत नाहीये हा मेल कुणाला आहे. सो देअरफॉर इट इज ब्लाइंड कार्बन कॉपी. म्हणजे हे कम्युनिकेशन सीसी 2 आणि सीसी व्यतिरिक्त आणखी आपण अशा व्यक्तींना पाठवू शकतो की ज्या व्यक्ती 2 मध्ये आहेत किंवा सीसी मध्ये आहेत, त्यांना माहिती नसतं की हे कम्युनिकेशन आणखी कोणाला झालेलं आहे. तर दॅट इज ऍज पर द नीड ऑफ ऑर्गनायझेशन हे फीचर्स तशा पद्धतीने आहेत. सो पीपल कॅन यूज दिस. ओके, then remaining points are as it is. Subject line, here you people have subject you are going to mention. Salutation, here also dear sir, respected sir, dear ma'am, respected ma'am will be appear here, and everything. Main body will be like your letter, and complementary close, again here it will be like your letter writing. So there is no difference in all those respects. Okay, then let's try to understand more some of advantages of email. So first of all, it says necessary for accessing web-based services. So what do you mean by काय आहे हा फायदा? वेब बेस्ड सर्व्हिसेस जर तुम्हाला यूज करायचे असतील तर तुमच्याकडे काय असणं अपेक्षित आहे? यू शुड हॅव ऍक्टिव्ह अँड वर्किंग मेल आय डी. येस, मी मगाशी जसं सांगितलं, तुम्हाला फेसबुक वापरायचं असेल तर काय करणार आहे, तिथं लॉग इन करायला लागतं, आणि मग तिथं ईमेल आयडी कंपल्सरी असतो. तर अशा प्रकारच्या ज्या कुठल्या अदर सर्व्हिसेस असतील की जे तुम्हाला रजिस्ट्रेशन करा असं सांगितलं जातं, किंवा साइन इन विथ गुगल असतं, तर त्या ठिकाणी तुम्ही काय करत असता, तुमचा ईमेल आयडी वापरत असता. यू आर युजिंग इट. ओके, सो फॉर दॅट रिझन. सो वाय डिड यू चेंज युअर प्लेस? गप्पा मारायची पलीकडे कोण आहे? So come to your place immediately. So for such reason, you people are going to use email ID. Second advantage, that is privacy. How it is an advantage? Advantage kasa hai privacy? Yes, that is private. Okay, so what I'm writing in my email and the person whom I'm going to send, त्या दोन व्यक्तींमध्येच ते संभाषण काय राहतं, लिमिटेड राहतं. कधीपर्यंत? Because it is secured with password. त्या password आहे. So therefore you just take care of your password. If you are just maybe exposing your password to someone, in that case it can be just misused. Okay, so therefore that is advantage. Privacy. Communication with multiple people, another advantage. So we people have just discussed it. You can send it mail to thousands of people at the same time. Accessible anywhere at any time. कधीही कोणीही कुठूनही ऍक्सेस करू शकतो. पण काय काय पाहिजे त्यासाठी? मग फक्त इंटरनेट असून चालेल का? With internet you should have some device. कुठलं डिव्हाइस? इट कॅन बी मोबाईल आहे आपल्याकडे, लॅपटॉप असू शकतो, कम्प्युटर पण असू शकतो. सो विथ दीज टू थिंग्स एनीबडी कॅन ऍक्सेस फ्रॉम एनीवेअर ऍट एनी टाइम. Quick way of communication, another advantage we have just discussed. It is the fastest means. सगळ्यात फास्ट मीन्स कुठलं असेल तर इट विल बी email. Next, proof or record of communication. How this is an advantage? काय असू शकतो की what emails I have sent. कुठं बघायचं मग आपण? मेल मध्ये गेलो की तिथे काय काय येतं? सेंट मध्ये, ड्राफ्ट मध्ये वगैरे असतात की नाही. तर सेंट मध्ये तुम्हाला सगळं रेकॉर्ड आहे. कोणत्या दिवशी, किती तारखेला, किती वाजता तुम्ही कोणाला मेल पाठवला, दॅट विल बी प्रूफ. अगेन जसं तुम्ही पाठवलेलंच आहे तसंच तुम्हाला आलेलं तुमच्या इनबॉक्स मध्ये काय दिसू शकतं? प्रूफ और रेकॉर्ड. इझी टू अटॅच फाइल्स, अनदर एडवांटेज. काय होऊ शकतं? कशा अटॅच करायच्या? सिम्पली यू हॅव टू ड्रॉप अँड ड्रॅग द फाइल्स और click on the attached files and select the files. Then next is free tool. You need not to pay any kind of fees. Charges are not required. This is paperless. As it is electronic, you're going to save lots of paper here. Okay, so these are some of the advantages. Kai questions आहेत का कोणाला? Some disadvantages we people can see. First advantage, disadvantage, it is junk mails or spam mails. काय असतात हे? अनसेफ असतात. अजून unnecessary, unwanted data sometimes may be vulnerable, that can maybe harm your privacy or can hack your data, etc. So unfrequent, they are coming frequently. Such emails are called junk mails or spams. Okay, so here you people have to be very careful because your such emails, that Gmail has that feature itself identifies, and such different emails are sent into spam. But what happens in that spam? Sometimes your very important mails can be gone in this tab of junk or spam. So in that case, you need to search everywhere, or if you're not able to find your mail in your inbox, where you can search it? You can search it in spam, okay, or junk. Next is possibility of misuse or hacking. So it can be misused. If someone knows your password, email ID, they can misuse it, or your mail ID or password can be hacked by someone, hackers, and it can be misused. Next, there is no retrieval. So what is this no retrieval? एकदा गेला की गेला, परत you cannot take it back. Okay, so for few seconds you people can undo. So in that I think that there is it can be for maybe 5 to 10 seconds maximum, I don't know, but there is immediately you send, there is one tab comes undo. So if you click undo, you can retrieve it, but once it is sent, in that case you cannot take it back. Okay, so no retrieval. cause information overload. हे काय असणार आहे? As you people come to know, it is free and unlimited information overload. किती files attach करा, कितीही लिहा, किती content and all those things will be there, and you people may be flooded of this information. Then emails can be disruptive. Disruptive can be getting from different sources. Your email ID can be shared with number of people, and everyone, maybe mostly advertisers, they're targeting you email ID by sending emails from Flipkart or maybe and such companies are there, Amazon, and they're sending you again and again such emails, and maybe you don't need such things, so they can be disruptive. Emails cannot be ignored for a long time, so you cannot ignore email. For example, if you're working, you're employee of a company and your seniors or some other people, they have sent you mail. Okay, so if they sent you mail first time and you neglect it, it's okay. Second time they can send you reminder. Okay, third time they can send you reminder, and if still you're not doing some work, in that case they may ask you for explanation. They can terminate you from job also if you're neglecting mails, so that you can have then emails can contain viruses. Very important, that number of problems, PCs, laptops, they get hacked because of these viruses only, and that viruses can be spread through this emails. Okay, so all right, that much. Next time, everybody just ensure that you are going to your login, Gmail login, and trying to see all the features, and if there is anything new that you don't know, anything that is not able to understand, next time I will also show here on the screen Gmail and all the features of Gmail. Okay, so all right, with this we'll take attendance and we'll stop here. काही क्वेश्चन्स आहेत का कोणाला? क्वेश्चन्स आहेत का कोणाला? काही कळालं नाही असं? Then remember, for submission, everybody submit assignments. Those who did not submit assignments so far, you are expected to submit assignments, all 12 assignments. Roll number 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23, 27, 32, 36, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 48, 49, 50, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 63. So option numbers are 40, 56 and 63. All right, so we people are able to see maximum students here offline. So those who are connecting online, so everybody try to come here physically so that it will be better. Okay, so try your best for coming here offline. So with this note, we are going to stop here. I will end this meeting for all. Thank you for joining today.